cue me and do the clapping and be like, action. It's a make or miss league.
Maybe a little more funny than that.
I don't know what am I make or missing? It's a make or miss league. Cut that.
There's the Jimmy I know. Let's check out today's Make or Miss, brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Make reunions. Players being reunited with their kids is the best video out there right now. Not just the best in the bubble, but the best. Jayson Tatum with his son Deuce, and then Dion Waiters with his son. Dion's son started crying when he hugged him.
Oh, that part is tough, man. I promise you, like, I've been away from my kids for a week and a half, and they're just like, Daddy, when are you coming back? And it's like, at some of these guys that have been here 60, 70 days, that's a pretty intense tour that they're going on right now.
Pretty awesome to watch these.
Best feeling in the world. Best feeling in the world.
So good. And then Deuce at the game last night was amazing.
Yes.
Star of the Celtics game. All right, Miss Folding. Nikola Jokic dropped a cool 16, 22, and 13 for his second career Game 7 triple-double. So, Richard, you played with him for a year in Denver. What was it like?
Well, I got to watch him play a lot that year. He is amazing. He's such a unique player, right? When you see great players in this league, they're a combination of things that you haven't seen before, right? Whether it's Giannis, James Harden ability to score. He is just as unique, man. And like the way he had 22 rebounds, this man can't jump. Cannot jump. He cannot jump more than 3 inches. He had like 4 dunks all year, and he had 22 rebounds. That shows you his feel and touch and his ability to see the game is just something that we might not have ever seen.
Well, look, he said that one of the best things that happened to him is that he figured out very early in his career that he is not fast or athletic and was able to play to his strengths instead. All right, make Clutch Gene, Jimmy Butler. Looked like James Butler yesterday, although we learned in Philadelphia last year that's not his name. Clutch 3 from the corner, and then the huge and one in OT. Perk, I know you love Jimmy's resolve out there.
Absolutely. You know he's a H-Town, Texas boy. He's going to bring that heat, and Jimmy Butler is getting it straight to the paint. Getting to the paint, getting the aggressive and one, going to the free throw line, earning 3 the hard way. That's how we do it, RJ and Rachel. That's how we do it down here in Texas.
I ain't gonna argue with you. The way Jimmy's played really the last couple of years has just been impressive. Good for him.
He's got it, man. That dog is in the fight.
That's it.
All right, Miss Gimmies, time to revisit Bam's block. Richard, where does this rank in all-time playoff blocks? Where would you put it?
It is very, very, very high. Like, again, I can't act like I know all of the NBA history, but it's one of the top 5 blocks that I've ever seen. We're talking about an overtime, Jayson Tatum going up, and this is the thing. Normally, you see verticality.
Yep.
Like now, guys have to actually go and get blocks, and so that block by Bam is something that we rarely see in the league. So it makes it even that much more impressive.
Well, Rachel, it's a top 2. LeBron is number 1, that big-time block against Golden State. But this ranks number 2. People don't understand, as a shot blocker, Richard was not. But for him to go get there with his opposite hand, his left hand, in that crucial moment,
crazy.
And he wasn't afraid of embarrassment. He wasn't afraid to get dunked on. Like, he was like, no, I'm going to make this play. Like, that was phenomenal. But RJ don't know nothing about that.
That's fair,
he wasn't
first
a
of
shot
all.
blocker.
But also, I do think the fact that it was his offhand is just part of what made it so phenomenal. The strength, right? Jayson Tatum cocked back and the ball was in the cylinder. I mean, it was incredible. And I agree with you on the LeBron block just because that's the final 5 minutes of a Game 7 in NBA Finals. But man, this is right up there and so impressive considering Bam's just youth and his able to just have the right moment to should be so mature and do the right thing.
Game 5, 0-4 Detroit. Check it out.
We'll stay with the Eastern Conference. Did you win that series, Richard?
I'm just saying. He said, I don't know nothing about blocks.
Richard, what did you learn after watching the Heat pull off this overtime thriller?
That this is going to be an amazing series. Like, I wasn't able to pick, like, they were asking me who's going to win this game. I was like, I don't know. But one thing that I do know is that this is going to come down to who can make shots in the last 90 seconds of 2 minutes, because they're both disciplined teams. They're both well coached, and they have a variety of guys that can make plays. So I just don't see a lot of blowouts, but they think this series is going to go 6 or 7. It's going to be who plays best in the last 90 seconds.
Well, I learned
What do you
that
think,
Goran
Perk?
Dragic is probably one of the most underrated players in this postseason. We don't talk about him enough. He's averaging 21 points on 50% shooting and 40% from the three. He has been one of Miami's most consistent players throughout this playoffs, and we haven't talked about him. He flat out outplayed Kemba Walker last night on both ends of the floor. So I was more impressed by the player Goran Dragic.
Yeah. Well, I know. I agree, Perk. I agree that Goran Dragic is a very underrated player for the Miami Heat.
And playing so well in this moment, and he's had an up and down sort of last year, I would say, with them, but really such a key part of their success right now. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.